Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Anubhuti and I love to talk about everything beauty related. I love to do product reviews and I love to get use out of my makeup collection more efficiently. So if those are the things you are interested in and also lots of project planning content, then make sure to subscribe before jumping into today's video. As you know from the title, today I'm here with my No Pan Left Behind update for month of May. If you don't know what No Pan Left Behind is, it is basically a project pan where you pick a number of palettes and you have to use each eyeshadow in a palette at least one time before you can roll it out of the project. So how I've been doing is I've been randomizing 3 palettes from my collection to use them No Pan Left Behind style, and then rolling them out once I complete No Pan Left Behind on that and roll new palettes in its place. So I have randomized in my introduction 3 palettes and then now it's rolling style. And I have also been tracking my usage of No Pan Left Behind on any other palettes that I reach outside this project, and I do mention also here in the updates those palettes. Yes, so let's talk about the palettes that are part of the project. Let's first talk about the palette that is here since the introduction, which is month of Jan Feb, I would say, and that is Pat McGrath's Gilded Nirvana Mega Eyeshadow Palette. And this is how it looks like. As you can see, some of the shades still have to be used. This was new in my collection when I started this project, and I do have to reach for it still, a couple of shades. I do use it as a companion palette mostly, and I have not been wearing much makeup in the last month because of the allergic reaction I had to something on my eye. And then so I was giving it a break, but I want to kind of I'm not calling it No Pan Left Behind done, but I do want to roll a new palette just for the reviving the project. So yeah, this is still staying in, but I'm going to roll a new palette also just to replace this because I do want to make it a priority to use this palette. Yeah, so this is staying in. The second palette I want to talk about is here since month of April, that is last month, and that is Anastasia Beverly Hills Mini Glam on the Go palette. And this is how it looks like. Oh, I forgot to tell you the usage on Pat McGrath, and that is the first shade has 2 usage on it in the first row, and then this shade has 1 and this shade has 1 use on it. In the second row the shade has 1 use on it, this shade has 2 usage on it. In the last row these 2 shades have 1 use on it. So yeah, this is staying in. Now Anastasia Glam on the Go palette, I have done No Pan Left Behind on this one, so this is rolling out. Just to give you the update, the first shade is 1 usage, second is 2 usage, third is 1 use, and the last shade has 2 usage on it. In the second row this shade has 2 usage on it, this shade has 3 usage on it, this shade has 1 use, and this shade has 2 usage on it. So yeah, I have completed my No Pan Left Behind on this one, so this is definitely rolling out. Now third palette is from the project. The third palette that is part of this project is Charlotte Tilbury Smoky Eyes Are Forever, and this was also rolled in last month, and I am still to use this one because I said like I was not reaching for eyeshadows a lot. So yeah, this is still staying in. This palette does not have any use on it, so that is why I want to kind of roll more palettes. Doesn't make sense. Now I want to talk about the palettes that I reached outside this project and did No Pan Left Behind. And first palette is Lisa Eldridge Betty eyeshadow palette. I picked this palette up when it was relaunched because I always kind of regretted not picking it up because this is my color story. The soft purples giving that fairy tale look is my vibe. I do not regret it. I picked it up. I did use it 2 times to create 2 looks, and I did No Pan Left Behind on this one. So this is definitely rolling out. Not rolling out, but this is the first palette that I did No Pan Left Behind outside this project. Now, second palette I did no pan left behind outside this project is Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette Light, and I want to open it up already because this is very, very reflective. And these Glam Face palettes are my favorite. I do tend to do no pan left behind on them every year because I do tend to reach for them organically. I also count my usage on the blush and the highlighter, and I do have 4 usage on the blush, 5 usage on the highlighter, and I do have 4 use on this shade, 5 usage on this shade, 3 usage on this shade, 3 usage on this one, and 3 on this one. So I did reach for it quite a lot. So yeah, this is another one that I did not left behind outside this project. Another palette that I want to talk about that I did no pan left behind is another one, Natasha Denona Hypernatural Face Palette. I said I do have love-hate relationship with this palette. I am not very happy with the shades included here, but I do use it as a more companion palette and it makes more sense. So I did reach for the blush and the bronzer combo, kind of one time each, and then I have reached for all the shades, this shade 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, and 2 times. So yeah, I did no pan left behind on this one. Now I want to talk about the last palette that I did no pan left behind outside this project is my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. This is, I love this palette a lot I would say, and yeah, I do try to no pan left behind this every year. So this is how it looks like. Let me take out the brush. So then the shade has 2 usage on it, 1, 2 use, 1 usage, 3 usage, and then I have 2 usage, 1 use, 1 use, 1 use, 1 use, and 2 usage on it, 1. So yeah, I did manage to do no pan left behind on this one. So this is also another one. So I did manage to do no pan left behind on one palette from the project. So we have 1 rollout, and I have reached for 4 palettes outside this project to do no pan left behind. So yeah, we have 1 rollout, but I do want to roll an additional palette. I already recorded my Tiny Decisions app roll-ins, so I will include it here somewhere. But yeah, the first palette that was randomized today was Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautyverse eyeshadow palette. I love Charlotte Tilbury's older eyeshadow palette formula. I absolutely love this. I have this one and I have Bejeweled, Eyes to Hypnotize. I think I have 2 of these palettes and I absolutely love them. This is the one I bought. I haven't used it 1 or 2 times, but it's not the same formula, I feel. But yeah, this is the one which is rolled out. This is a 9-pen eyeshadow palette. Again, this is my jam, my color story. So I'm happy this is rolled in. So yeah, this is going to be the first. Okay. Oh my god, that just popped off. Whoa. But thankfully the shadow is unbroken. So yeah, this is the first roll in. I will have to glue that pan. And then the second palette, so yeah, that was the first palette that is randomized, and then the second palette that is randomized today is Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. And yeah, I love Natasha Denona's formula, so I am happy that this is rolled in. This is not very used in my collection because when I think of the nude shades, I think of mostly the shades from like the Glam Face palette, but this is very, very raved about, and I would like to get more use on it. I have reached for it to probably 2 times so far. So yeah, this is going to be the second roll in. So just to recap, what I will be working on in upcoming months is my Pat McGrath, rest of my Pat McGrath palette. I would try to roll it out by next update. So this is going to be 1. The second palette is going to be my Charlotte Tilbury Smoky Eyes Are Forever. Just to recap, this is the color story. And the third palette that I want to be that I will be working on is Charlotte Tilbury yeah, Beautyverse palette. I'm not going to tilt it because this shade fell off and I have to re-glue it. So yeah, and then the last palette I will be working on is my Natasha Denona Mini Nude. So yeah, I am happy with all the new roll-ins and all the rollouts. So that is it for today's video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Till next time, have a good day, good night, depending on wherever you are, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.